Looking at you made me realize you gonna make it.
What if people knew me for real?
Well, I guess I deserve it.
Yeah, you do. Your secret safe with me?
He was with me.
Which one then?
Yes.
It's the words we don't say that haunt us forever.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love P-Valley, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about P-Valley Season 2, Episode 10, the season finale. This is the final predictions. So down below, I want you guys to give your final predictions for tonight's episode. It's about to go down. I cannot wait to see it. They did a great job this week. As far as not giving out a lot of information. Even the trailer, it doesn't really give us a lot, but we're going to go over what we can, and we're going to go over some of the promotional pictures that they did put out, which normally they would have put out a little bit earlier, and also they would have usually put out an exclusive clip, which they normally give us around Thursday or whatever, or early Friday. As to making of this video, we have not got an exclusive clip. One could come out today. They, sometimes Stars does release exclusive clips on Saturday, so I guess we gotta wait and see. Now, the title of the episode is called Mississippi Rural, and the description of the episode reads, "New beginnings and endings abound in Chucalissa in the big finale." So even in the description, they're not really giving us anything, y'all. So we have to go over what we can. And like I said, I do have some exclusive pictures that we got. We're gonna go over those first, and then we're gonna go over the trailer one last time to get those final predictions. And once again, I want to thank you guys for supporting your boy all season long. It's been a hell of a season, and I cannot wait to see how it's all going to end. Now, the title of the episode is called Mississippi Rural, so I'm hoping your girl Miss Mississippi can make it through. She can pull through and not be taken out by Derek, or at least not allow anybody to mess up her game plan. But we shall see in tonight's finale. Now, in this picture right here, we can see your girl Keyshawn getting in her car. She's getting ready to hit the road. But I got a feeling it's going to be, some people that's going to get in her way before she's able to actually do that, which we know most likely is going to be Derek, or it could be someone else. Some of you guys mentioned Big Bone may have something to do with that. Now, I'm not 100% sure on that, but I do know it's not going to be just an easy route for your girl Keyshawn to leave. Now, in this picture right here, we can see Keyshawn. She's pointing, most likely having an argument with Derek. Derek has to go. I know based off this picture, she's going to be pissed off. I hope Derek doesn't do anything to the kids. I know there is a lot of predictions out there saying that they hope the kids make it. I hope the kids make it too, and I hope your girl Keyshawn is able to finally, defeat Derek. She says her hair is long enough now. Can she beat the big bad wolf? We're going to find out in the season finale, but I'm tired of bitch-ass Derek each and every week crying and complaining about something. He has to go. Now, in this picture right here, we got Uncle Cliff and Autumn Night. And I got a feeling, and this is my prediction, Uncle Cliff is going to have some dirt on Autumn, in which we already know what the dirt is, but Uncle Cliff has been plotting and planning. We already know Cliff and Corbin have been having conversations. I believe we're going to see the full, strategy of what Uncle Cliff was working on. And we know Uncle Cliff's mom pretty much said, you don't just cry, you get even. So this is what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting for Uncle Cliff to go out there and get even. And I got a feeling it's going to happen in this episode because Autumn Night, she continues to think that everything is going to go her way, but I got that funny feeling everything is not going to go her way. Now, it seems like Brittany is going to have some issues with Andre. We know this based on the last episode. I'm expecting her to do something or whatever. She will be pissed off that Autumn and Andre are together. I'm going to tell you right now, Andre better watch this girl. This girl may be plotting and planning something. She cannot be trusted, especially since you're about to become mayor. I got a feeling Brittany definitely has something up her sleeve. And you can see her in the background right here, plotting and planning in the cut. Your girl Autumn Night is getting some news. I told you guys, I don't believe everything's going to go her way based on what we saw in the trailer. And in this picture right here, we can see Andre. He's probably getting ready for the whole, mayor, election results. And it is a high chance that he's going to win. You know what I'm saying? It is a high chance Andre is going to win, which if that is the case, that's good news for him. Now, this picture right here, we see Little Murda. Hopefully, everything goes well for him in this episode. I know he's preparing to go on tour with Tina Snow, but I know before that he will have a conversation with Keyshawn. And we can see right here, Uncle Cliff is looking at the newspaper, and we see like a picture book. So the question is, did Grandma Ernestine pass away, or did she actually make it? Based on these pictures and in the trailer, it is, showing us that Uncle Cliff is having some happy times, but we know in that trailer it's also showing us that Uncle Cliff is having some sad times. But based on what we were seeing, I think it's a high chance, man. I think it's still 50-50 that Grandma made it. We're going to talk about it when we go over the trailer, but Uncle Cliff is having a great time in these pictures right here. Your girl Patrice, she going to be praying and hoping to God that she win, right? And y'all know Patrice, man, she going to be very, very animated. It will be crazy as hell if this girl end up winning. I don't think it's going to happen, but that will shock everyone. So let's go over this trailer one last time, y'all. Give these final predictions for the season finale. We know it's going to, start off exactly where we left off. Some people called it a potential murder night 2. Now, I think everything's going to calm down a little bit based off this trailer. I'm expecting Little Murder to perform maybe a new song. I know we had Mercedes listening to that song. We heard 6 or 7 pounds of pressure in the lyrics. So I don't know if he's going to perform that or not, or he's just waiting to do that. But Little Murder is definitely going to go out there and give us another performance, in my opinion. Hopefully everything goes well. In the trailer, once it starts, we know Uncle Cliff is talking about how I knew you was going to make it or whatever, looking at you now. We know Little Murder is talking about, what if everybody knew me for real? So my final predictions is this. He is going to continue to struggle with telling his truth, and if he really wants to be with Uncle Cliff. See, Uncle Cliff is not even taking this serious because Cliff has already been prepared for this, right? But Little Murder is still struggling on what he really wants to do. And he has to figure it out. It's whether you're going to come out, be real about yourself, or continue to do what you've been doing. We know it will be some consequences. I told you guys, as of right now, we don't know if those consequences are going to be negative or positive. But the way that Little Murder is moving, most likely he's probably thinking those consequences are going to be negative, right? So we're going to see what's going to happen with him. I just hope he's able to escape all this gang stuff. And in the long run, he's able to make it out alive. And we ain't just talking about this season. We're talking about just in general. Can he be able to, escape all of this? Now, my final predictions for Autumn Night, Andre, Brittany. We know she's going to be pissed off. We saw it in the trailer talking about, well, I guess I deserve this. We know Andre will be telling her, well, yeah, you did. So I'm expecting them to have issues. I told you guys earlier, Andre better watch this girl. You better watch her, man. Just because you moving on with Autumn and everything seems good and you may just win this whole mayor thing, that doesn't mean that Brittany won't try something. I don't trust this girl, man. I think she's willing to do some things to tarnish this dude. And just when he thinks he's winning, don't be surprised if she comes out and does something stupid or crazy. I'm just hoping Andre, he keeps his eyes open when messing around with Brittany. That girl definitely is plotting and planning. And look at Andre, man. That dude looking straight up crazy as hell. That dude said, look, I'm going to win no matter what. Now, my final predictions for your girl Keyshawn. We know she's going to be preparing to leave. I told you guys earlier, yeah, she's going to be leaving or preparing to leave, but it's not going to be easy. She ain't just going to be able to walk away like that. Plus, there's people out there that know that she's leaving. Little Murder is one of them, right? We know Autumn is one of them. And based on last week's episode, apparently Big Bone is one of them, right? So we will be seeing Keyshawn and your boy Little Murder have a final conversation, at least of this season, talking about they're going to keep each other's secrets. We know these two have bonded so much over the last 2 seasons, and they probably going to just wish each other good luck. They both going to need it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to need all the luck in the world because we know they got a lot of different enemies in their way. And hopefully they're able to defeat those enemies, especially your girl Keyshawn. Now, we talked about Patrice and the stuff that she's going to be on, praying and hoping she's going to win. I'm expecting her to lose. But if she does win, man, that would be crazy. That would be crazy as hell. Now, I do expect her and Wayne Cow to have, a final conversation. We know these two have beef all season long. So I'm expecting to see a conclusion of that beef that we saw at the very beginning of this season. Now, Farrah and your girl Mercedes, y'all. Final predictions for this is, I believe Farrah is going to present some opportunities for Mercedes to go out there and make some money. And most likely Mercedes is going to take it. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully that is the case. Mercedes cannot catch a W for nothing. It seems like every time something goes well for her, something else comes back and hits her. So this time around, I'm hoping Mercedes gets good news and she's able to rock with it and continue to do good. Now, my final predictions for Andre and Autumn Night with this whole baby thing. We know apparently, from what Whisper said, twins is on the way, y'all. And will Autumn tell Andre the truth? Well, based off this trailer, she's talking about how it's the words we don't say that matters the most. So is she going to tell him? I don't think she's going to initially tell him anything because he's getting ready for this whole Mary election results and stuff like that. So I don't think it's going to happen earlier on, but she probably needs to tell him the truth. And it seems like she was preparing to tell him the truth in last week's episode, but we know what happened when Brittany popped up at the house. So you guys let me know, do y'all believe Autumn's going to tell Andre the truth in the season finale? Now, your boy Maine is probably going to have his last conversation with Mercedes this season, and hopefully it's good. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we don't see no more gang violence. We know the CFC, they got some issues with Little Murder's gang, HVH, and hopefully, they can keep all that violence away. And I believe Mercedes could be a person that can neutralize a lot of different things going on with that, right? But I'm eager to see how this conversation is going to go and, what Maine is willing to do to make things work with Mercedes. We know Maine was pushing up on her. He really likes her, but he has to make better decisions. Mercedes messing around with this dude long term, all that's going to do is bring negativity to her and her daughter. So she has to think about if that is something that she really wants to do down the line. Now, let's talk about Uncle Cliff. The final predictions for Grandma Ernestine down below. You guys let me know. Do y'all think Grandma's going to make it? Now, they do a great job with these symbols in this show because some of the symbols represent death and some of the symbols represent life. So, of course, I believe it's still a 50-50 chance. One of you guys did mention the breaking of glass means good luck. So we know it was the breaking of some glass in last week's episode, which could mean it could be some good news down the line for Uncle Cliff and Grandma Ernestine. Now, we do know based off this trailer, those exclusive pictures that I showed you guys, it seems like Uncle Cliff is having a great time, fun and everything like that. So for Grandma to have passed away, it doesn't really seem like that's the case, right? But y'all know how they do in these pictures. Anything can go. You know what I'm saying? They make it seem like one thing is one way, but when you watch it, you see why certain things happen. So I hope and pray Grandma can make it, y'all. Like I said, these signs point towards death. We've been seeing it all season long, but it is a lot of signs out there that's pointing towards life and having a second chance. So I'm hoping Grandma gets that second chance and she's making it. Now, my final predictions from Autumn Night and her whole game plan on selling. We know in the trailer she was talking about how she was going to be selling because Andre asked, as far as the Promised Land giving you a deal. And I think she's probably going to get a deal at first, but I truly believe something's going to happen. I don't think this whole game plan that she's, pulling off is going to work. I can be completely wrong, but I think something is definitely bound to happen in this episode and she will be very, very upset. The question is, what the hell is it? And what was Uncle Cliff and Corbin Cow working on? Whatever it is, I got a feeling it ain't going to be good news from Autumn Night. Now, we also know Autumn has some issues with the whole baby thing. We talked about that. And also, what's going to happen with this whole Big Bone thing? Because we know Big Bone, let's just be honest. We talked about her earlier this week. She's plotting and planning on something, man. And this whole Montavia storyline, it ain't over yet. We continue to talk about it throughout the whole season. But we know Autumn Night was the person that brought this Montavia's problem, as well as bringing Big Bone in the club. So we're going to talk about that at the end of this video as far as what may happen with Autumn Night, Big Bone, this whole storyline with Diamond. Now, we see your girl Keyshawn. She's screaming. I told you guys earlier that her and Derek will be having another argument. This time around, I hope Keyshawn is smart enough to know what she's able to do and not allow Derek to take advantage of her. You already know what Derek gonna be on. He's gonna be hollering, screaming, most likely abusive if he gets the opportunity to put his hands on Keyshawn. But I'm hoping Keyshawn is smart enough to know exactly what she needs to do to take this dude down. I don't want Derek putting his hands on Keyshawn, and I don't want Derek stopping her from doing what she needs to do. But I told you, it's not going to be an easy route for her to just leave, and she has to watch her every move. If the opportunity presents itself for her to take him out, and if she does not take it, it ain't going to be good news for her. He cannot touch these kids. I'm tired of it. That dude got to go, y'all. So hopefully, and I'm not getting too hyped about it, but I'm hoping and praying we can be smoking on that Derek pack later on in the night. But from the looks of it, I told you guys Derek is very, very slippery, so I would not be surprised if he is able to make it through. I'm just tired of seeing the dude. Now, My final predictions on your boy Corbin Cow. As you can see right here, he's screaming, he's happy. Did Andre win? You know what I'm saying? And did this whole game plan with Uncle Cliff work? What I'm going to tell you right now, I think that's exactly what's going to happen, because Corbin, this dude, for him to be screaming like this, got to be some good news, right? It has to be some good news. Now, as I told you guys, the final predictions for the whole Big Bone thing, we discussed it earlier on this week. Y'all leave y'all final predictions down below. I think we're going to see her full game plan. She's plotting and planning on Diamond. She has that ring, and I believe she sent that picture out to somebody, and whoever she sent that to is going to come in. It ain't going to be good news for whoever's involved. And we talking about Diamond. It ain't looking too good for him. It ain't looking too good for anybody that was involved that night, which we call murder night, with the whole Montavious thing, y'all. And I believe we're going to see exactly what Big Bone has been plotting and planning. This girl dangerous, man. She's dangerous. We're going to see the real Big Bone in this episode, in my opinion. And I also want to know how Uncle Cliff's going to feel about Roulette and her whole new pimping scheme with Whisper and Toy. I already know Uncle Cliff is going to be upset about that, and I cannot wait to see that, reaction to all this news. But you guys let me know, man, what are your final predictions for P-Valley Season 2, Episode 10? It's been a hell of a season. I want to thank you guys for each and every week supporting your boy. We went over so many different fan theories, and just topics of discussion when talking about Season 2. And I can't wait to see what's to come. But I will catch you guys later on in the night for the quick thoughts, early impressions after the episode airs. So stay tuned for that. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.